Hello guys, welcome back to our anime explainer. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Swallowed Star 2 Origin Continent based on novel. So let's start. Mo-Man carried Luo Feng, transformed into a wave moving forward. How wondrous. Luo Feng also felt it was quite novel. It was different from traversing space-time, or using shadow power to escape. From a space-time perspective, it might be an extremely distant distance, but a wave could reach it in an instant. By connecting different domains through waves, it could even instantly cross vast territories. Among the 8 lords, the fastest is Starlight, followed by Mo-Man. Luo Feng thought. Starlight moves as if stepping out of the endless primordial space, turning the vast space into a map, walking on it. But looking across the endless primordial space, though Starlight is the fastest, the infinite Great Snake Clan can descend upon any part of the endless primordial space, at any time, by using the unique properties of the infinite world. In this aspect, the infinite Great Snake Clan's travel efficiency is the highest. Even the world-level infinite Great Serpent can descend anywhere. The only drawback is that the infinite Great Snake Clan's descent and departure via the infinite world can only be used by themselves. They cannot carry any life. The infinite world is indeed remarkable. Luo Feng also had to admit the extraordinariness of the infinite world. The infinite snake ancestor, with this blessing, can achieve absolute void. No matter or energy can harm it. I can only use life cutting to hurt it, but life cutting has an energy limit. Now that I've mastered the primordial life and death Tao and the primordial blade path, I can try to find a mysterious land that suits me. Luo Feng thought. The Blood Crane territory, belonging to the ordinary mysterious land, most of the mysterious lands refined by lords and ancestors are of this level. The infinite world is considered an intermediate mysterious land and has various mystical features. This level of mysterious land is also the extreme that lords and ancestors aspire to control. Eternal World, Abyss of Destruction, and Fire Prison Wall are recognized as the highest level of mysterious land. There's not a glimmer of hope for refining them. Luo Feng also only thought of finding a suitable intermediate mysterious land. We're almost there. Mo-Man suddenly spoke. Oh? Luo Feng continued to travel while also sensing carefully, vaguely detecting some waves. Even Luo Feng, who didn't understand the mysteries of fluctuation, could sense the waves, indicating that the waves were already very strong. Boom tilde tilde tilde, as they got closer, the intensity of the fluctuation quickly rose. The fluctuation land greatly affects the mind, guard your inner heart, Mo-Man said. All right. Luo Feng's mind consciousness system is a key part of the primordial life Tao, and he was confident in handling it. Then Mo-Man took Luo Feng for the final crossing. After this crossing, they had completely arrived at the fluctuation land. What is this? Luo Feng was shocked as he looked at the scene in front of him. Great waves, materialized, converged here, and each wave produced a tremendous sound, even resonating with Luo Feng's heart. The myriad waves interwove to form an incredibly awe-inspiring song. How beautiful! The numerous vast waves wove together without the slightest confusion, perfectly forming a song. This song's level of awe surpassed the countless intense emotions impact of the Mountain of Destruction. At this moment, Luo Feng, in a trance, saw the void continue and time evolve. Saw worlds being nurtured and born like seeds. Saw mysterious lands converging and forming. Saw countless creatures, weak source world creatures, numerous innate primordial life, and even ancestor-level life just born. How beautiful! Luo Feng was captivated by the song, which refined his heart. For world-level primordial life, hearing the first note would cause their soul to disintegrate and die. For some weaker-willed ancestors, it could lead to a slumber. For cultivator lords, they could resist. If they withstand it, it becomes a heart-refining experience instead. Luo Feng's spiritual will is indeed extraordinary, feeling no pain, but rather enjoyment, Mo Man observed from the side, patiently waiting for Luo Feng to listen to the song without rushing his exploration. A day later, Luo Feng awoke as if from a great dream, instantly saying, "Mo Man, sorry to keep you waiting. I invited you here to help." Mo Man smiled. "Such a short time is nothing. By the way, what do you think of this song?" "Remarkable." Luo Feng marveled. "It's the most incredible song I've ever heard. Anyone who could play this song would solely, by this ability, become an ancestor." Throughout the process of listening, Luo Feng remained conscious. But the song was so pleasing that he didn't want to wake up, hence it lasted a day. "This is a song of the entire endless primordial space," Mo Man said. Luo Feng appeared slightly puzzled. "Everything in the endless primordial space, including spacetime, all things, mysterious lands, and even all life, has its fluctuations," Mo Man explained, "and the countless fluctuations gathered here formed the fluctuation land, naturally composing such a song." Luo Feng understood that this had already transcended the realm of a simple earthly melody. "The waves are constantly changing," Mo Man said, "every about 100,000 epochs, reaching the peak of fluctuation, it completely manifests. It remains visible for about one epoch, and then, with the fluctuation changes, it completely conceals. Even in its manifested state, only I can perceive and follow the waves to find it. Looks like you are fated with this place." Luo Feng smiled. "I hope so." Mo Man's eyes burned as he gazed at the vast, materialized waves before him. "I've tried repeatedly before but couldn't delve into the fluctuation land. This time, with you, Luo Feng, helping, I'm hoping to explore its core. Discover more novels at novel-times-fire-times-net. I can't understand anything about this fluctuation land. Whatever I need to do, just say it." Luo Feng looked ahead. To him, it was merely numerous vast, materialized waves. Pure fluctuation, what is there to explore? "When I need energy supply, Brother Luo Feng, please supply it with all your might," Mo Man said. "Let's go in now." "Enter." Luo Feng was slightly confused. "Enter where?" Whoosh! Mo Man took Luo Feng with him, and they transformed into a wave that merged into a larger, more powerful wave, swiftly delving deeper, by following the tune woven by these waves. Luo Feng curiously observed his surroundings, as they weaved through wave after wave. These countless waves can be called a super labyrinth. Only by mastering the art of primordial fluctuations can one decipher the labyrinth, Luo Feng speculated, his surroundings already a world of waves. Gradually, Mo Man slowed down with Luo Feng. Mo Man frowned, carefully sensing. "I need to start burning my main battle avatar, Luo Feng. You need to support me constantly to keep me at my pinnacle state," Mo Man said. "No problem," Luo Feng replied easily. Mo Man's small frame has an energy reserve only about 1% of his own. All he needed to do was supplement Mo Man's energy consumption, which was indeed easy. Boom! Mo Man's aura surged, his power igniting as he began to forcibly influence the fluctuations. He transformed himself into a source of fluctuations to impact the countless waves of the fluctuation land. This consumed a lot of energy, but with Luo Feng's help, Mo Man had the confidence to do it. "Ha, the power is greater, and the effect is wonderful," Mo Man laughed, unable to squander energy like this when exploring alone. Now he could exert any technique, without worrying about energy. Through his exploration, Mo Man, taking Luo Feng with him, seemed to have become a part of the fluctuation land, constantly delving deeper. Clearing paths through mountains, building bridges over water. Once his momentum was strong enough, Mo Man's progress was much smoother. A moment later, Luo Feng suddenly saw a massive object in front of him, resembling a giant egg, expanding and contracting, producing numerous fluctuations. Mo Man looked excited as he stared at it. "This is my first time here." Mo Man extended his hand, a phantom wave hand lightly touching the membrane wall. Upon touch, Mo Man immediately understood the structure of the membrane wall. "Luo Feng, can you cleave open its membrane wall with a single blade?" "Please control the power," Mo Man said. "Just break the membrane wall without harming the inside." "All right." Luo Feng nodded. He could sense that this egg-like massive object radiated strong vitality, allowing him to determine the membrane wall's thickness through this vitality sense. Swoosh! Luo Feng instantly drew his blade. A flash of the blade light. With 1/10 of his energy reserve embedded in this strike, the blade light was extremely restrained without the slightest overflow. The blade light gently sliced the massive membrane wall, creating a silent crack. With this blade, the membrane wall was split open without any power affecting anything else. It seemed like an ordinary blade strike, but Mo Man understood that in the endless primordial space, only Luo Feng could accomplish this. Considering the sheer energy in this strike equated to 10 of Mo Man's bodies and encapsulated the fusion of 2 primordial level paths, the momentum was self-evident. It was precisely such a tenacious membrane wall that split so easily. If it were me, I'd need to execute several techniques to break open the membrane wall without internal damage, Mo Man thought, immediately taking Luo Feng with him through the newly opened crack. After they entered, the crack in the membrane wall healed entirely in just a few breaths. Inside the membrane wall, Mo Man and Luo Feng stood on a vast land, with a stone-like heart floating above, emanating waves. "Finally, I see it." Mo Man excitedly stretched out his hand, forming a massive phantom wave hand to lightly touch the stone heart. However, at the moment of contact, Mo Man's wave hand silently vanished. "So strong," Mo Man observed. "What is this?" Luo Feng examined the stone heart. "This is the core of the Fluctuation land." Mo Man smiled at Luo Feng. "In the history of endless primordial space, only the 2 of us have seen this core. Up next, I need to delve into understanding this core. Luo Feng, if you're interested, you can try sensing it too." "Don't mind me, go ahead with your comprehension," Luo Feng smiled. Mo Man nodded and sat down on the ground, focusing on comprehending that stone heart. He had longed for this day, for who knows how long, naturally cherishing the time. Luo Feng watched from the side, releasing a wisp of the power of life and death to touch the stone heart. At the moment of contact, he felt terrifying turbulent obliteration, along with an unfathomable vast pressure that annihilated his power instantly. So powerful. Luo Feng was startled. It seems like a source of fluctuations, requiring a profound mastery over fluctuations to even attempt comprehension. Moreover, its internal structure seems tied with the endless primordial space. When I touch it, I face a crushing force equivalent to a trace of the endless primordial space's power. Luo Feng had a premonition that even if his main battle avatar gave its all, the result would still be destruction. Clearly, one couldn't be forceful with this stone heart. Only by gently and meticulously comprehending its mysteries could there be hope to refine and control it. Judging from its power, it's much stronger than the Blood Crane territory origin. I estimate it's at least an intermediate mysterious land. Luo Feng speculated. At least an intermediate mysterious land, making refining incredibly difficult. Even if Mo Man had Luo Feng's help reaching this place, refining depended entirely on his own efforts. Within the membrane wall, Lord Mo Man was concentrated on studying the stone heart, while Luo Feng sat cross-legged nearby, assisting with protection. Looking at that stone heart, Luo Feng was quite curious, but he dared not use the power of life and death to touch it. Instead, he cautiously let a sliver of thought penetrate, trying to sense a thing or two. As the thought penetrated, he sensed the terrifying fluctuations emanating from the stone heart, and with Luo Feng's knowledge, he could not comprehend the mysteries of these fluctuations. His thought perceived the stone heart itself, feeling an infinite heaviness. This heaviness surpassed everything Luo Feng knew about life forms. Even Lord Wulan and the initial ancestor were not as substantial as the stone heart. Nothing to do with life or destruction, I completely cannot understand. Luo Feng was somewhat puzzled, unlike the corpse materials of those ancestors, with relatively stable secret patterns. I can at least distinguish different categories. But the mysteries I perceive in this stone heart are fluctuating and changing. If one does not understand the fluctuation path, they cannot comprehend the changes. Luo Feng gently shook his head. The threshold for enlightenment is genuinely high. Even Mo Man, who mastered the primordial fluctuation Tao, needed my assistance to reach here. One can guess that the enlightenment threshold is extremely high. But the stronger the mysterious land, the higher the threshold to see the core. Like the land of eternity, although Luo Feng and others could take a seat in the land of eternity, none could see its core. In the abyss of destruction, there have only been 3 spots for entering the mountain of destruction. Even till now, the core has not been found. It is only known that passing the 7 layers of test can make one master the abyss of destruction. For the fire prison wall, only the initial ancestor can cross it by themselves. As for the core, it is also unseen. Compared to those 3 places, the fluctuation land, where one can see the core, is already not bad. Since Luo Feng could not make sense of it, he no longer wasted time, and instead focused on his combat techniques. The combat techniques I created by combining the primordial life and death Tao and the primordial blade path are only 4 types. I am also continuing to perfect the 5th one, the clone battle technique. Luo Feng continued his improvements. The 2 of them should have entered the fluctuation land. The cold-faced youth named Starlight looked into the distance, although he could not spy on the fluctuation land, because Mo Man had once invited him to help. He knew the periodic cycle of the appearance of the fluctuation land. That time, he accompanied Mo Man, yet his temporal techniques were useless in the fluctuation land, and the help he provided to Mo Man was very limited. In the end, they still could not reach the core of the fluctuation land. Since they have not appeared for such a long time, perhaps they could enter the core. Starlight smiled slightly. In my judgment, the fluctuation land should be an intermediate mysterious land. Some ancestors will hide their methods. For instance, does Shoju control a mysterious world? A bit more detailed intelligence about the hermit. Does the Pu Cheng ancestor control a mysterious world? These are difficult to verify. But based on known information, only the infinite snake ancestor, controlling the infinite world, can be considered an intermediate mysterious world. The infinite snake ancestor successfully refining it may have taken advantage of the infinite world's nurturing of life. After all, even world-level infinite great serpent inclinations can leverage the power of the infinite world, capable of descending upon any place within the endless primordial space, and can also return. The infinite snake ancestor can be considered the first to control an intermediate mysterious land. I wonder who will be the second to achieve it. Starlight mused. I'll ask Luo Feng for help once his combat techniques become more mature. Starlight's understanding of the endless primordial space is second to none, and he discovered a place that fits him as an intermediate mysterious land. As a master of 2 primordial level paths, the ordinary mysterious land time star provides him with little help, and his power has long reached a bottleneck, making progress extremely hard. A suitable intermediate mysterious land is enormously important. Asterisk 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 asterisk. Unknowingly, one era passed. The fluctuation land, within the membrane wall. The nearby Luo Feng, who was assisting with guarding, suddenly noticed that the membrane wall around started to become illusory, and the vast, almost tangible fluctuations outside the membrane wall also began to become illusory, gradually disappearing. The fluctuations are weakening. Is this fluctuation land beginning to hide? Luo Feng carefully observed. The previously extremely solid stone heart, its surface solid material also became illusory and fragile, revealing its inside, a point of incomparably bright light, seemingly a wave. Is this the true face of the core? Luo Feng attempted, allowing a thread of thought to penetrate. The weakening fluctuations made the stone heart extremely fragile, the material on its surface completely vanished, leaving only the core point. Luo Feng's thought encountered no obstruction, successfully touching that point. Buzz. At the instant the thought touched, Luo Feng vaguely saw the entire endless primordial space. But it was seen from the perspective of fluctuation, where in the world of fluctuation, one source world after another appeared inconspicuous, and Luo Feng even felt some stronger mysterious lands. That was. Luo Feng sensed 3 terrifying fluctuation vortexes. These 3 places. They are 3 enormous fluctuation vortexes, remarkably apparent. With Luo Feng's understanding of the endless primordial space territory, he quickly deduced the corresponding locations of these 3 vortexes. Abyss of Destruction, Land of Eternity, Fire Prison Wall. Luo Feng confirmed that these 3 places correspond to the 3 largest fluctuation vortexes. In the world of fluctuation, the fire prison wall emitted endless heat fluctuations, overpoweringly scorching. It spanned the length of hundreds of world groups, exceeded the width of a world group, and everywhere extended various highest-level flame powers. This endless heat fluctuation transmitted, relaying to every corner of the endless space. Whether within the source world life or countless innate primordial lives, the vast majority of them could be born, all have been influenced by the invisible heat fluctuations. The fire prison wall, with its endless heat fluctuations, is actively radiating outwards. Abyss of destruction, but it devours countless fluctuations. In the world of fluctuations, the abyss of destruction absorbs the intense hatred, killing intent, unwillingness, resentment, and other negative emotions of endless beings. These negative emotions also influence the will of the abyss of destruction. The land of eternity is the key to the sustenance of the endless primordial space. In Luo Feng's perception, the land of eternity balances the fire prison wall and the abyss of destruction, and even indirectly affects all mysterious lands, influencing countless world groups. The existence of the land of eternity is what ensures the endless primordial space can continue to exist eternally. Otherwise, the terrifying energies within the endless primordial space would have long formed recurring energy storms, making it impossible for so many weaker life forms to exist. The fire prison wall, abyss of destruction, land of eternity, they are more like the 3 poles of the endless primordial space. Luo Feng, from the perspective of fluctuations, gained more awareness of the endless primordial space. I need to pay more attention to the abyss of destruction. Ideally, I can pass the 7 layers of test and take control of the abyss of destruction. Luo Feng thought, among these 3 poles, the other 2 places he saw no hope of refining, at least the abyss of destruction showed a direction. Whoosh! While Luo Feng was sensing the world of fluctuations, that point, or rather, that wave completely disappeared. The fluctuation land vanished entirely. The place where Luo Feng and Lord Mo Man stood also returned to a normal time and space. Gone? Luo Feng was somewhat at a loss, as the core of this intermediate mysterious land had greatly enhanced his understanding of the endless primordial space. The fluctuation land seemed to exist in reality. That stone heart seemed unbreakable. But in actuality, it was all a combination of fluctuations. Lord Mo-Man said with a smile from the side, once everything's fluctuation surpasses its peak, they disperse and completely vanish. Luo Feng said, I feel like the fluctuation land has completely dissipated. Lord Mo-Man looked at Luo Feng. Strictly speaking, at the peak of fluctuations, the fluctuation land is most solid. And once the fluctuations decrease, the fluctuation land rapidly disperses. In my estimation of the lowest valley of fluctuations, the fluctuation land should have dispersed throughout the entire endless primordial space. Luo Feng understood. Small as a point, large as to spread throughout the endless primordial space. Interesting. Such a perpetually changing mysterious land is indeed unique. Let's go. Lord Mo-Man said with a smile. Mo-Man, are you confident in refining it? Luo Feng asked. Lord Mo-Man shook his head, not enough strength. Even if he managed to cunningly reach the core, he still couldn't refine it. Is there anything I can help with? Luo Feng asked. You've already helped a lot this time. Mo-Man smiled. Luo Feng didn't say more and immediately left together with Lord Mo-Man. Fluctuation land. With a black cape billowing, Lord Mo-Man's eyes gleamed mysteriously. This time I finally know how to refine it. For me, the simplest method is to comprehend a highest level power of the world. Primordial fluctuation Tao, plus a power of the world. This is already the simplest direction. Because Lord Mo-Man has perceived every part of the endless primordial space in the form of a wave for countless epochs, his understanding of the world is very high, and he believes the highest level power of the world is his most likely hope. Besides the fluctuation path, to comprehend a power of the world. This path is very difficult, and even endless epochs may not be enough. Lord Mo-Man thought, as he had decided to walk down this path. Once successful on this path, with an additional highest level power, along with the support of fluctuation land, his strength would greatly increase. Once I master the power of the world, I won't need Luo Feng's help to enter the core myself. Lord Mo-Man thought. Check latest chapters at novelfire.et. After accompanying Lord Mo-Man to the fluctuation land, Luo Feng continued to retreat to create combat techniques. After more than 100 epochs, the fifth combat technique has been achieved. In the 28th layer of the Abyss of Destruction, Luo Feng's aura surged rapidly, quickly reaching the state of the main battle avatar. With 5 combat techniques, my entire combat system is now formed. Luo Feng was well aware that even if he were to ponder 1 or 2 more combat techniques, there wouldn't be any significant improvement. Having mastered 2 primordial level Daos and possessing a complete set of 5 combat techniques, his strength had already reached a bottleneck. From now on, even the slightest progress would be extremely difficult. Starlight was also in this state. As for comprehending the third Tao, the hope was too slim. Abyss of Destruction, from the perspective of fluctuations, is one of the 3 poles of the endless primordial space. I wonder if my current strength can reach the deepest level of the Abyss of Destruction. Swoosh! Luo Feng took a step, traversing time and space to enter the deeper 29th layer. This video will end here.